Hi, my name is Sarah. I am from Ditto Music and One of One. This is my dog Reggie. Hopefully he won't bark too much. I've been working at Ditto and One of One for quite a while. I've been at Ditto for about 8 years, and One of One I started with a friend about 6 years ago. So Ditto is a music distribution company, and we work with independent artists and labels from all around the world, about 500,000, quite a few. So we have all different genres, all different styles of music, always able to discover new artists that I like and new sounds from all around the world. And we essentially put their music onto platforms like Spotify, Apple Music, etc. And then with some artists, we also promote them. So it's ever changing and ever evolving, the music industry and the landscape out there, but that keeps me on my toes and keeps it interesting. And I love getting to work with people from all over the world. We have offices in Brazil, we have offices all across South America, the UK, Philippines. It's a lot of great people who are really passionate about music working together. One of One, I started with a friend 6 years ago because we wanted to highlight women in the music industry doing great things. We felt like there were a lot of excellent, smart, driven, intelligent women doing amazing things, but no one else knew about it. So we wanted to tell their story. We started interviewing them on a website, and we created a really great community. It got a lot of attention and a lot of support, and we now also run events for International Women's Day every year. We've had simultaneous events in Sydney, Melbourne and Adelaide. We had our last event at the Sydney Myer Music Bowl, which was a huge stadium here in Australia. It wasn't full, but it was still really exciting to host an event there. And we just want to continue highlighting women and non-binary people who can inspire others. That's why we do it. I've seen a lot of changes in the role of women in the music industry in Australia over the last 5 years. There are a lot more women in leadership roles, on boards, so in decision-making roles. There are a lot more conversations around women in music. There are a lot of people that need to be accountable. So if a festival lineup goes out, for example, and there aren't enough women on the bill, they will be called out. It's just the diversity conversation for both women in the industry and non-binary people in the industry, as well as people of colour, artists of colour, First Nations people, is a conversation that needs to continue to be had until we have a diverse industry with diversity not just in the artists performing and making and creating music, but also in the decision-making roles, such as editors at Spotify who decide what playlists, will be created and which artists will be on the playlists. Radio, there needs to be a diversity in radio so that there's different perspectives and different lenses. Excuse my dog. COVID has been such a hard time for everyone, especially the music industry. There's been some great community spirit across the industry, but I think there needs to be a lot more support from the general public to go and see live music, turn off Netflix, turn off the TV, go and support a local artist. There needs to be a lot of support. I also think that there could be more government support and funding for the arts because it's what makes life exciting and fun. It's necessary. Some tips that I would give an independent artist looking to tour Australia would be to not discount regional Australia. Australia is a really big place, but a lot of people will just play the big cities, whereas I would say if you're coming to Australia and you're wanting to tour Australia, absolutely look into doing a regional tour. There's a lot of networks. The state government bodies such as Music Victoria and Music New South Wales would help map out a regional tour. You've got a lot of great music fans in regional places as well. So I would say make sure you don't just play the major cities. And I would say really connect with some Australian artists via social media before you come. So if you play a particular kind of music, find some local Australian bands and start a relationship with them. So you've got some fans already here and some people that you know already here. My vision for One of One and for the future. That's a big question. I feel like COVID has made us all stop and think. I think that you know, there's a lot more work to be done in the diversity space, and just making sure there are mentorship programs and people are supported within the music industry, because it can be really taxing, you know, it can be poorly paid, there can be drug and alcohol issues, a lot of people will struggle and then not feel like they can continue. And I think there just needs to be more support, whether that's by having a mentor or having a counselor or whatever it is. I just think there needs to be a little bit more support within the music industry for artists and also people that work within it. But, you know, there's a lot of exciting things out there. You know, I'm quite interested in the cryptocurrency space, NFTs, that kind of thing. Check out Opulus, something that Lee, the boss of Ditto, has recently launched, which is really exciting. I think that we'll see community continue to power what is popular in the music industry, which I think is exciting. I think there still needs to be curators though, and people that will help promote music and help lift it up. But it's exciting that there's a lot more people power. Really excited to be a part of this. Thank you for interviewing me. Thank you to Luke, my brother, who I miss very much. And sorry that Reggie barked. Have a great day, everyone.